I know Operation Lone Star is going to absolutely piss me off. So let's go with the culture war nonsense that is the right wingers freaking out about Megan Rapinoe and the United States women's national soccer team. If you guys have seen over the last week, a little bit less than a week, because the U.S. soccer team tied and then lost in the World Cup in penalty kicks against Sweden, I believe. I'm not a soccer fan, so to me, I wasn't really watching this, but as a patriot, I always root for America in whether it's the World Baseball Classic, which I didn't watch, or the Olympics, which I don't watch, or the soccer, which I don't watch. But, if it was on at like a bar or whatever, trust me, or like when the men played in the World Cup, or I think it was a World Cup recently. I rooted for them, even though I don't watch it. Right? Like it's the same thing. It's like no, like in Rocky 4, we're rooting for Rocky. We're not rooting for Drago. We're not rooting for Russia in that. Again, even though it's like this nationalism, it's not really nationalism. I would call it patriotism. But on some level, it's like blind support for your country. But this is something that it's frustrating, right? Because if there was a right winger, which I'm sure that there are some right wingers on the U.S. women's national soccer team, I'm sure that there's not that many of them because they're young women and they kind of understand what's happening in this country. But I am sure that there are a few, right? They would be touted and shown on every Fox News. Remember Gina Carano? What is it? Gina Carano. Gina Carano, who was the former UFC fighter who was on The Mandalorian, who lost her job because of her comparing, I believe it was COVID vaccination to the Holocaust. She lost her job on The Mandalorian, I think rightfully so, and she became a darling of the right wing, right? So many athletes and so many people in this spotlight and so many people that love America, love these sports, are also left wing. They are also progressive or liberal, if you want to say. And whenever Fox News can attach onto one person that's not, they're like, oh, Kurt Schilling. I love Kurt Schilling. Come on, Fox News. I need you on Fox News because you're the best baseball player that we could possibly get and still be right wing. Kurt Schilling's a nut job, by the way. And sorry, Red Sox, not good. But these right wingers love to find an enemy. Oh, Megan Rapinoe, she's got very short hair. Sometimes it's like bluish. She's public enemy number one. Even though they've won 2 World Cups in a row, this would have been the third. They were going for the third one in a row. The right wingers cheer on the national team losing. I say this a lot, and I think I genuinely believe this. A lot of these people in the media, a lot of these people that want to find these scapegoats to look for, they hate America. They hate what it has become. They hate what it is becoming. They don't even necessarily like what it was. They just have rose tinted glasses on at what their childhood was. Like growing up for me, like it wasn't weird to see like Venus and Serena Williams like exceeding and becoming like the greatest at their sport. It wasn't weird to be like, oh, there's like actually really good women athletes. In fact, I went to a high school where the girls' track team, not the cross country team, although I don't know, maybe the cross country team is good too, but the track team in my grade set state records at the Penn Relays. I've been around all these different athletic achievements my whole life, but Republicans and Fox News in particular, and the anchors ancillary, so OAN, Newsmax, all these right wingers, the Dave Rubins of the world, the Shapiros of the world, they utilize women's sports. And as you will see moving forward here in Central Bucks, they are weaponizing women's sports to otherize and create xenophobia about trans athletes, even when they don't care about women's sports. They hate women's sports when they actually take a stand. They hate women's sports when they they say I should have autonomy over my own body. They hate women's sports when somebody has an opinion that differs from theirs. And I admit, I don't watch soccer in general. But I didn't watch these games. First of all, I was gonna watch the first one, but it was at like 3 a.m. So I was like, oh wait, just kidding. But it's besides the point. They don't actually care until they can find somebody to utilize as a weapon, utilize as a target. And Megan Rapinoe is somebody that they can do that to because she has taken a knee during the national anthem, which, by the way, does not mean that you hate America. There's a specific reason people protest symbols or songs or all those things, right? Jesse Waters in this clip is going to go after Megan Rapinoe because she missed penalty kicks, which I could not personally tell you how hard that is, but in the World Cup, I can imagine is very hard. I was a long snapper in football, and in my high school, I know that I got nervous every single time that I long snapped a punt. I played middle linebacker too, but that was not nearly as nerve-wracking as everyone's waiting on this long snap. I'm holding the ball, and I have to snap it back to the punter. And if I mess up, my whole team is screwed up. Penalty kicks, I can imagine, at the World Cup are a little more nerve-wracking than that. And Megan Rapinoe misses a penalty kick, and she's shown laughing as she runs off. And right-wingers cling on this like, she did it on purpose. She wants us to lose. And then they cheer on losing, by the way. But then they go, she wanted to lose. She threw the game. She hates America. It's like, well, no, she's probably laughing because she's having a nervous breakdown. First of all, that would be my guess. Because she seems to laugh in a lot of times which would seem like she's nervous. That's my read. I've only seen her in a couple press conferences and a couple games, but that's my understanding of this situation. Sometimes when I get nervous, anybody gets nervous, but I know that I do it. Sometimes, if your boss calls you out for something, you go, huh, what? And you're just smiling and laughing through it. It happened to me today, literally. But it's a fixation where they can just go, wow, this woman, she has an opinion. Let's go after her. And we're totally patriots. We love America. Let's make America great again.
Americans are dying to be proud of our athletes, especially ones who are proud of our country. But it's hard to root for an athlete who disparages the country.
By the way, the only one that they've recently lifted up was a guy that was anti-vax and played on the Toronto Blue Jays, which, by the way, for those who don't know, Toronto is not in America.
In front of them.
And here's the other thing. If you can't be proud of someone like LeBron James, one of the most dynamic and explosive athletes and most popular athletes in America, I'm sorry, he's not that controversial because he stood up for what? Black Lives Matter. You hate him. If you can't get behind, I don't know. I'm not even an Eagles fan. I'm a Giants fan. But someone like Jalen Hurts or these people like Saquon Barkley, because what? They're just not ultra right-wing MAGA people outwardly. You shouldn't be proud of them. You can only be proud of Tillman. Oh, wait. Can't be proud of Pat Tillman. They can't be proud of Pat Tillman. We could be proud of Pat Tillman and the sacrifice that he made for our country. But right-wingers, I think they should look at what he said. They're looking for somebody that's Captain America, although the actor that plays Captain America is also progressive. But they're looking for somebody that's Captain America, but right-wing Captain America, not like everybody's welcome here, liberty and justice for all Captain America. They want like, we want Christian nationalism Captain America.
The world over and over again. Donald Trump, who has a history with Rapinoe, said
they do like Tim Tebow. I'll say I liked Tim Tebow when he was playing as well. But the thing is that Tim Tebow also wasn't like exclusionary to other people. I will also point out that Tim Tebow used to kneel during the national anthem. Now, he was praying, so they didn't give a shit. But Tim Tebow took a knee during the national anthem. It's okay. If Colin Kaepernick did it, then he needs to be ostracized and kicked out of the NFL.
Said this, quote, "The shocking and totally unexpected loss by the U.S. women's soccer team to Sweden is fully emblematic of what is happening to our once great nation under crooked Joe Biden. Many of our players were openly hostile to America."
The same players that have been on a lot of the same players that have been on the same team for the last 2 World Cups that actually won the World Cups.
"No other country behaved in such a manner, or even close. Woke equals failure. Nice shot, Megan. The USA is going to hell. MAGA." Joe Biden, or Joe Biden's staff, wrote this.
What's insane here is that Biden is going to sound like an absolute based legend in this tweet. Are they going to be like, wow, Biden's proud? Wow, what do we want? Participation trophies for everybody? Well, first of all, boomers are the ones that started participation trophies. I never got them, but boomers started that shit. And second, well, the president should be proud of the national team. If you're let's just say, if you're an Olympic weightlifter and you go and you compete at the, let's change that. If you're Simone Biles, because remember, Simone Biles is I don't know gymnastics, but is well known as pretty much the best gymnast in America and largely in the world. But in the last Olympics, had to step back because of mental health problems. These same right-wingers would never say that they're proud of her when she comes. Because guess what? In the next Olympics, I'm sure that she'll probably be back. She'll probably be winning. And she won so many gold medals before that. I don't know how many off the top of my head. But she was part of winning gold medals. But when she had to take the smart step to do what's best for her mental health, which also probably would have changed her physical health and her physical performance, we can say, we're proud of you even though you didn't win. That's okay to say that, right? It's okay, because guess what? Every single time that I've competed in a powerlifting meet, except my first one, I didn't win, but people were proud of me because I put my best effort into it. I didn't win the championship in football my senior year. We made the playoffs. We won 2 playoff games. But people were proud of our team. My brother's football team last year, same thing. They didn't win all of it, but we were proud of them. They lost. We were proud of them. They tried. So this is based Biden coming in. After Trump is saying that America is going to hell.
Made your country proud. Congratulations on an incredible run. This team is something special, and I'm looking forward to seeing how you continue to inspire Americans with your grit and determination on and off the field. This is the worst U.S. women have performed.
Yeah. So as Jesse Waters says there, it's the worst they've performed in a very long time. That's true. But it doesn't mean because they went woke. Some of the most woke athletes in America are the best athletes in America, by the way. Just say. I'll show you one more clip from these right-wingers. Here's former Fox host who left the company after she came out in supporting of, or in solidarity of, the other women at Fox News that were being harassed, which, by the way, I don't know if people forgot about that, but Roger Ailes, Bill O'Reilly, all these other people that were harassing women all throughout Fox News. Megyn Kelly left that. And remember, Megyn Kelly, who now is supportive of Donald Trump again, who I think Donald Trump called her, said she was bleeding out of all over her body or something like that. I'd have to pull up the exact quote. That's why he wouldn't deal with her on the debate. Remember that. That was Donald Trump saying that while running for president, that he wouldn't go on a debate stage because she's a nasty woman. She's bleeding out of all of her holes or something like that. I am not making that up. Go and look that up from 2016. This is Megyn frickin' Kelly, who formerly had a job on MSNBC or NBC because they were trying to move right, because liberal media is so liberal, guys, that they wanted Megyn Kelly, who said that Santa can only be white. Here's Megyn Kelly saying that she's happy that the U.S. national team lost.
They refused to honor anything we stand for. And therefore, I'm thrilled they lost. Good. I'm glad you went down. You don't support America. I don't support you.
Yeah, so I don't understand the you don't support America piece of this. They're representing the American national team. They support America. But, I guess that's besides the point, right? This is we're in a post-fact world. If you even so dare as protest something in America, unless you're a right-winger, protests all the time, like the COVID lockdowns or the vaccine, or, you support the division in the country, you support xenophobia, that stuff's fine. But if you want to make America better, then you hate America.